Hey guys, Kev here. Gonna have a package to unbox. This one's from Urban EDC Supply. Gonna use my big bro Jack right here to unbox it. I don't know when this video go up, but it'll probably be before this drops on the 14th. So if you are interested, pick one of these up. I'll try to link it down below. You can get this at Urban EDC, but they drop theirs a week later on Wednesday. So we have a Tactile Knife Co. Maverick in micarta. We have a Tactile Turn Smooth Operator. We have a K&MT OMW Hammer and Zirc. Interesting. We have a Protech knife. This is the Runt 01 Custom Exclusive. Okay. Does it say Runt 1? Okay, so it's not the Runt 5. All right, I'm interested. We have an invoice. We have a JRW gear, G-Flex Sagaha Titanium. I might be interested in that. And we have their card. So shout out to Urban EDC. Thank you guys so much for sending this stuff my way. Guys, check out the gear drop. This may end up being the what's hot video for next week. I don't know. You know, I usually try to cover what's coming, and I got a lot of what's coming here apparently. So that is awesome. Let's work our way through this. I think we'll keep the fancy stuff or whatever for last. Let's just check out this thing. It's all fancy. What am I talking about? JRW, this thing, what are you? I'm hoping it's some kind of keychain thing because I love that cash clip I have, but I wanted something a little sturdier. And that might be, I have no idea what this is. JRW for Urban EDC G-Flex key clip. Made in the USA, grade 5 titanium, patent pending. So I guess you can slide it like this to pop your keys on. Okay. It doesn't have the same effect I'm thinking of for my cash clip, because the cash clip I like because I can slide it onto my belt, but maybe you just push this out, right? See that? So you just push it out and then you could hook it on your belt. So it could still work. We'll see. I might test this out and see how it goes. You do have a key ring here. So I guess you pop that on, and then, like I said, you can slide this over. So you just pop it over like that. And now you'll see it's not coming out of there. Interesting. But it can't go up and around either. So what do I do now? Oh, okay, so hang on. So I made it in. Let's see if we can do this. I think what I need to do is actually hook it like this and then slide it over. Hold on, guys. And then this might be able to, oops. This might be able to hook, right? Can it make it over that gap is the question. Yeah, there you go. So now, whatever you have on here is not coming off. I mean, you would have to do some serious something to get this to slide over to come off, right? That is interesting. I am definitely curious to try this. My concern is getting it onto my belt, because that's what I care about the most, is that I can easily click it onto my belt. But I think you just kind of do this move like that, and then you slide it on your belt. Let me try it. Where is my fucking belt? Yeah, I mean, I got it on. It's not going anywhere. And it came off pretty easy. So, hey, I'm going to give that a shot, is what I'm going to do, and see what happens. So, cool. Let's just put these both on here and then leave it. And if I like it, then I'll buy it. G-Flex. Cool. Okay. I'm down with that, guys. I really like the cash clip a whole lot. And I've been trying to get one of his tough clips, which is the thicker version of it. And this is very similar. It's just a different way of doing it. So I'm actually excited about this. So thank you to UrbanEDC for saying this, because I was like, what is this? I'm not sure if I'd like it, but hey, JRW is popular, so send it along. Glad I did. All right. Or they did. This is this hammer thing. I'm curious what this is. I just was like, what is this? And they didn't tell me. They just sent it. It said Zirc. Oh, shit. It is literally a hammer. This is a mini hammer on a key ring. Are you joking right now? Look at that. Anodized blue, and it's zirconium on here. I don't know if this is Zirc too. It might be. It's a little beat up, I mean, for being whatever it is. Now, I wonder... No, it does not unscrew. So my thought was maybe it's some kind of stash or something like that, but this is not coming off. This is solid, guys. This is literally a hammer. A little mini hammer. Who the hell? What the... Like, what would you... I don't know where you would carry this, or what would you... Am I missing something? Must just be for the cool kids. I mean, I feel like this is something the Beard of Doom would have. This is like a doodad for him. He'd have this hanging out of his pocket as a lanyard. And just pull the knife out and have this giant thing on it. How about this, guys? Take your Kvist Works Vanish. Put this on it as a lanyard. And... Alright, I'm funny. Okay, that's interesting. Not for me. Unless it does something else I don't know. It's not for me. But maybe it's for you guys, you know? Hey, I'm here to show you, I'm here to show you what's what. I'm not here to tell you what to buy, you know? Or what not to buy, I should say. So, this I'm really excited to actually try this. So, all right, let's try the pen. I'm actually really interested in this because this is the first like tactile pen that got me interested. This is super lightweight. It's called the Smooth Operator Titanium, and it's supposed to be very smooth because this piece right here is in black Ultem, as far as I understand. The button is very low profile. I like that quite a bit. Now, I will admit it is not very lefty friendly. It's okay. But they might make a lefty version. I don't know. But it does work. It works fine. And then you have the clip right in here, but that's fine for me. Here's your tip. This is actually very well made. That is a heavy stonewash. I've never actually seen them do something like that. Would this fit a Parker? Refill. What is this? What are you? What kind of refill are you? Oh, Oto. Oh, it's one of those. It's one of those. It might fit a Parker. Not sure. I'm not going to mess with it right now to find out, but interesting. See how the threading is. Very well machined. I mean, you can see it, but it's, yeah. Here I have actually a Smooth Precision Dragon Scale Mini right here. And this does take Parkers. So, yeah, I think a Parker is going to fit in here just fine. You can see it has a cap. And that cap is a giant T... Yeah, it's like a T20 or something. Even that doesn't fit, and that's a 15. So, yeah, I think it's a T20 up there. This is very smooth. Strong spring, too, which makes it super satisfying. And it is stupid light. So, this is a really nice pen. They did a great job on this. So, these are dropping. Very nice clip as well. I honestly won't lie, guys. I have not been interested in a tactile pen in like forever. I did buy that one seasonal release, but I sold it right away, or gave it away actually. This pen does interest me quite a bit. So if they come out with a lefty, the only reason I say that is because the clip, maybe. Because this action is kind of fine left-handed. You know? And I find it funny that, like, so you look at Smooth Precision, this is right-handed, but you slide it that way, which is technically a lefty bolt action. I don't know how that works. Both of these are advertised as righties, I think. You know, but this feels very left-handed friendly, and this would work just fine. So yeah, this is really cool. Okay, so that's the Smooth Operator pen. I'll shut up, but clearly you can tell I think it's awesome. Let's check out the Runt 5, and then I'm going to check out this Maverick because I'm curious. I've heard there's been a lot of talk about the Mavericks. This is the Runt 1. Very interesting. I don't know how many of these they have. Usually when they... Oh, okay, so it is... Wait, what? Usually when they have stuff like this, there's only like, you know, a couple. And they usually can't send me one because of that, you know? So it's kind of cool. I get to check it out. And I'm already like, damn, this is very fancy. I need to be careful up in here. This is the Runt. What? You sure this is not the 5? It says Runt 0.01. Custom exclusive Irving's Sagaha Wave aluminum bronze handle with Vegas forged spirograph Damascus reverse tanto blade mosaic pin buttons satin hardware. I mean, let's just see what happens here. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm convincing myself, but I think this is bigger than a Runt 5. I don't think it's a mislabeled box, but it's possible. Oh, I can't push. I was trying to push the pivot. This thing is absolute fire. Hold on. Let me see how close I am to my baby Barlow, because that'll solve it for us. Because I know this is about the same size as the Runt 5. So I'm scared to do this lefty. Yeah, I think this is a Runt 5, guys. Pretty sure this is a Runt 5. I don't know what the 1.0 means, or the Runt 0.1. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding. Maybe it just means custom one-off. But either way, really, really nice. I mean, it fits the hand really good. That's why I was a little like, man, maybe it is a different one. The handle seems longer somehow. The blade seems the same, though. You know? That fires so hard. Look at that Sagaha pattern on there, guys. That is some gnarly shit right there. And then this matching freaking Damascus Vegas forged spirograph. Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't know who would actually use this thing, but man, it's sharp. Mosaic pin button. Look at that. This is a gorgeous piece, guys. It's not too heavy. I mean, it's heavier, but it's not too heavy. This is a work of art. I mean, this is literally a work of art, guys. I don't know how else to put it. Holy moly. I need to be careful with this thing. I don't know how much this thing costs. This has to be, what, like 1,000 bones? Something like that. Just trying to be careful. The milling inside of there is insane. It looks so cool. Totally nerding out on this. Dead centered. Got that clip. Look at that landing pad. So cool. Whoosh. Alright. I'm done nerding out. That is a gnarly knife. That is cool. Alright, let's check out the Maverick, guys. The one everybody's talking about. Designed by Richard Rogers. This is the micarta one. So 63 to 64 Magna Cut. Looks like it was assembled by Andrew Boyd. Here's all the people. Proudly made in the USA. A bunch of people signed it. Or have their names on it. Tactile Knife Co. I saw a video today on Instagram from Michael Miller, and he was saying they had some issues with some of them, and if you have one that has issues, just hit them up. They'll take care of it for free, whatever. So there is that. I've heard that there is a lot of play or flex. Holy shit. Damn, I thought I almost just snapped it. There is a lot of flex in that. Holy cow. I've heard the detent's very light, or the spring tension's very light. I've heard there is play in all directions, and they say it's normal. You know, not the greatest stuff. The action's not great or whatever, but let's just see for ourselves. This is Rich Light. So they call it micarta, but I thought it was Rich Light. But I guess Rich Light is a type of micarta? I thought it was a G10 micarta composite, but hey, I don't know. It feels good, whatever it is, but it's basically G10 to me. That's what it feels like. Black G10. I can kind of push this clip over a little bit. They did say, or at least he said, the standoffs here are using some kind of hex bit or something. Everything else is a T8. That pivot is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. With the machining lines. That is crazy. Does it line up? Yes, it lines up. That is some awesome shit right there. You know what would be next level, though? If the clip had it, too. The clip had those lines in it. He did say in that... Oh, did you see that? Look at that. What? He did say in the video that this clip is steel on the micarta one's titanium on the titanium one, which is interesting. The centering's pretty good. That clip moving is pretty crazy. And I think I need... It kind of does look like Torx, though. Hold on, let me just check. T8. Oh, that feels like a T8. I don't know why he said it was a hex bit. Or he said it... I don't know what he said it was. Allen. Feels like T8 to me. These are tight. So... with tight screws. Oh, now it's gone. Look at that. Yeah, okay. Barely tightened anything. All right, let's just flick it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, so that's what I remember feeling at Blade Show. In Blade Show West, I handled a prototype, and the first thing I said was, man, this spring is light. And they said they were making it stronger for production, but they clearly did not. Now, I have heard there's actually 2 cuts. So there's 2 little notches here. See that? And that's so you can adjust your spring tension. Now, I can see that this one is set to the stronger one. It's set to the one that's higher up, which makes it the stronger one. So there's really no reason to mess with it because it's just going to... Now, the only thing is the other side, I can't tell. No, I can see it. Yep. So this is actually the stronger setting. That's the stronger setting. That's crazy. Now, if I flick it, you know, I can flick it, but this is like... Yeah, this is bad. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. I hate to say that, but it's bad. This spring needs to be way stronger. And if you're going to have options where you can make it stronger, and this is the strongest, that's, yeah. Now, if I own this, I might try I have some springs from Kaiser or Kunwu I could try in here, but it's not mine. It's a loaner from Urban EC, so I'm not going to mess with it, but you could get used to this, you know? Like, I'm not saying it's the end of the world. If you've had bug outs, you know, although I will admit the bug out has really good placement of the thumb stud, so you fire straight up and it just hammers. This, it like kind of forces you to shoot out. I'm trying to go up, but it like wants to go out. And so you don't get that deployment. So that's a design thing, that the thumb stud is not close enough to the pivot to where it really gives you that added power without having to go strong on the spring. So they should have made the spring stronger to make up for that, is what I'm thinking. But you can try to whip it out. You can do the whip move, and you can thumb it out. I mean, it's a little dangerous to me because you can miss it real easy, and then you end up with your thumb on the edge. You can walk it out real nice. The ergos feel pretty good. It's nice and contoured. Feels good in the hand, honestly. Yeah. It's a little big, honestly. It's a little big. You know what it feels like to me? And I'm going to catch a lot of flack for this one. This, to me, it's like a CJRB. It's like they mixed the what's the one? The Feldspar and the the Centros, right? Is that the one that Dylan Mallory designed? It's like they mixed those two together and put a crossbar lock on it. I'm not saying that's what happened. This is a Richard Rogers design, guys. I'm just saying that's what it, like, my brain goes to, and it doesn't mean I'm saying somebody copied something. I'm just saying my brain matches knives together, okay? But that's what it kind of gives me vibes of. But it's good in hand. I do wish it was like, I wish there was a Maverick small or something. Because I got plenty hanging out when I'm choked up. I always choke up. Even if I'm back here, I got enough hanging out there. But, you know, you can manipulate it just fine. And if you're somebody who likes American-made knives and, you know, you just want to support American-made knives and have cool stuff, this is going to be perfectly fine. Not everybody cares about fidget factor. A lot of people can just slow roll the knife out. A lot of people can just use the axis lock and flick it out. You know, you can make it work. You know, my taste in detent is not the end all be all. I can admit that. But this does feel very light, and I think they know that now because probably a million people have said it, so they will make it stronger. That is just how Tactile works. That's one thing I have to give them props on. Tactile Knife Co. listens. The problem is that they make knives and they don't send out like test samples or whatever. Maybe they do. I don't know who they go to, because every time they release a knife, this happens where we're all talking about all these problems. Detent balls are falling out. You know, there's gaps and shit. Like, there's always these issues with their knives. But once you get the second, third run, they start dialing shit in. And then you get a good knife. We also have a tapper. Clip tapper. So I would take this off and bend it, or I would just turn around and then bend it down, and then you'd be good. But, you know, it shouldn't be a tapper from factory. So, you know, there's good here. The design is cool. It is 63-64 Magna Cut. That's going to be a huge selling feature to a lot of you guys who just don't care about fidget and all that shit. You want a knife that cuts with good edge retention? Bang, right? According to Jared Neve, this takes a very good edge, and it lasts a long time, and it's a really good cutter and all that shit. So, you know, if that's what you're buying for, you're good, right? Now, I will say the micarta feels very cheap. It feels like G10, and it feels like shitty G10. You know, Richlight is meant to be sort of, you know, I get what they were doing there. They didn't want to, basically, here's what happened. This is my call on it, and I could be wrong, because I'm wrong a lot. But they didn't want to use G10, right? Because then they got to charge way less, probably. People won't be okay with G10, or whatever reason it is, right? G10's not as hot, whatever. So they use this Richlight stuff, which is basically G10. I mean, it's basically black G10. But apparently, it's not as sturdy as G10. So that's where the downside of that choice came in. But it's not bad. You know, it's basically like a fancy tactile bug out, really. I don't know what these cost. I'd be curious to know. Are there prices on these? I would love to have prices on these sheets that I get from them. But it's listed as the Maverick micarta MagnaCut tactile. Yeah, that's all I get. So I still want to maybe try a titanium one and see if that feels way better. But if it has this spring tension, it's just, you know, it's kind of a no-go right off the bat. Especially for me if it's a loner or something like that where I can't fiddle with it. You know, I can't try to make it stronger. And you shouldn't have to do that. But again, they have said if you have issues of any kind, they will take care of it. Let's check for play. We didn't do that. Yes, there is play. It's kind of, it's weird. Like if I do this, yeah, there it is. It's, yeah. Oh shit, yeah. There's plenty. It's moving around. Up, down? None. No up, down. A little bit. Damn, it's like every time I... No, I'm gonna give it a pass on up, down. You can see it swinging down. But I wonder if I have somehow loosened the pivot by playing with it. Let's just see. Trying to be a little gentle. Centering's good. Yeah, it's still side to side. I mean, it's just do this and I can feel it bouncing back and forth. Trying to tighten it. Okay, I got some of it gone, basically. Yeah, I mean, that's... You know, with an axis lock knife on washers, I don't think I would complain about what I'm feeling right there. I think that feels fine. And honestly, now that I just did this, check this spring tension out. It's not great, but it's not horrible. It almost makes me think it's just a super light blade because it's thin stock and it's thinly ground and all of that, right? It's a very thin, long, like, you know what I mean? So I think maybe part of the feeling that it's a light spring is more to do with the blade and then the placement of the thumb stud. So it's almost like the design itself is lending it to having a soft detent feeling. Does that make sense? So I don't know if, you know, you could pack strong springs in there. I don't know if it's going to make it that much better. I'm sure it'll help. But like, yeah, I can't even reverse flick it because of that. I mean, I'm loading up too. Just got it there, but it's pretty difficult. You know, another thing is there's no reversible clip, but it looks better this way. I totally understand why they did it. They should have found a way to mount the clip from the back, but Richard Rogers does these standoff clips. Part of the reason for that, I believe, check me if I'm wrong, you can take off these screws, remove that clip, and put those screws back in, and it might actually look half decent. And then you could just carry it in a slip or something. I think maybe that was part of it, but maybe not. That's what he did on the slut. That was really cool to me. But yeah, so it's cool. You know, it's not as bad as I think people are making it out to be. That's for sure. I think it's fine. Is it for me? No. But is it the worst knife ever? Is it some big deal? I don't think so. I think the spring needs to be stronger. I think they need to scrap this material and go with something sturdy. You might as well just use G10. I mean, just finish it like this, and it's the same thing, basically. And, you know, you're most of the way there if you just shore up the spring and, you know, scrap this material. You're good, right? The titanium one is probably much better feeling. So, yeah. All right. That's the Maverick. And then we had this dope-ass Runt 5 or Runt 1, whatever it is. So we had that and this. I'm trying, but, you know. We had this really cool pen from Tactile Turn. I'm really digging this. If this fits a Parker, I might consider seeing if I could keep it, but don't know how much I love the way it's set up with this switch right here by the clip for a lefty. And I don't know if I need another pen, but this feels really damn good. It really does feel good. And then we had the JRW key thing I'm going to test out. And then we had that hammer that is, I mean, it's a Zirc hammer, guys. I don't know. Whatever. You guys let me know what you think. That's what's dropping on Wednesday, the 12th of April at 3 p.m. Eastern at Urban EDC Supply. So check that link down below. That will help the channel if you use that link to buy anything. Yeah, this is really good. To buy anything. And yeah, I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you so much to Urban EDC for sending this stuff my way to check out. This stuff is just sent to me to check out for the drop, send back. They don't just send me all this stuff for free. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I really appreciate it. I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.